About the seawater.
You don't know how to do it.
Oh, no, I know how to do it.
Thank goodness.
But there's just one little problem. I need a 10-gallon copper pot, 7 feet of aluminum tubing, and a big roll of cheesecloth.
Why didn't you mention this while you were bossing everybody around, Miss Pioneer Dope?
Things were going so well and everybody was paying such close attention. I just kind of got caught up in the moment. But it's lonely at the top. I don't want to be leader anymore. I nominate Dorothy. Dorothy, you're leader. What are you going to do?
My first official act is to banish you from my kingdom. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I know you meant well.
I'm not crying on account of that. I'm crying because we're all going to die, and I still have so many things to tell you.
Like what?
Like, once I read your diary.
You what?
Well, it was an accident. You left it open on the kitchen table. I was 20 pages in before I realized it wasn't a Sidney Sheldon novel.
Rose Nyland, I want you out of my house this instant.
Blanche.
Oh, well, Rose Nyland, I'm never going to speak to you again as long as I live.
And since we have no water, that means about another 48 hours.
Well, since we're going to die anyway, I might as well be honest, too, Rose. I slept with your cross-eyed cousin Nolan when he visited us from Ohio. And he was lousy in bed.
I knew about that a long time ago. Nolan told me. And he said you were the one that was lousy.
Take that back.
Won't.
Will.
Won't.
No,
Will.
come on, girls, now let's examine our priorities. We have no food, water, or shelter. Besides, I also slept with Nolan on that fateful trip. And as your leader, I must decree that the fault indeed lies with Nolan.
Well, since we're being honest, Dorothy, I have a question for you. You're supposed to be my best friend. Best friends are supposed to be able to confide in one another. So I want to know why I overheard you on the telephone telling Anita Rubaker that I had my tubes tied.
I said you bought a tube top. When did you have your tubes tied?
I didn't. If I had, it would have been about the same time you had your nose done.
I never had my nose done. Rose is the one who had her nose done. Oops, sorry, Rose.
I don't believe you two kept that secret from me. Rose, why didn't you tell me?
Well, you're always so critical about those kinds of things.
I am not.
I'm sorry.
How much did it cost you?
$700.
Boy, you were gypped.
You see, that's exactly why Rose didn't want to tell you. You are overly critical. You know, I think that's the thing I like least about you.
Oh, you know the thing I like least about you? You are loud and overbearing.
Well, you know what I like least about both of you? You're always telling me what to do.
Oh, shut up, Rose. Oh, will somebody say I'm sorry before I burst?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, and if I have to die, I'm just glad I'm doing it with my two best friends.
Oh, I love you, Blanche.
Oh, I love you, Rose.
I love both of you.
Oh, I'm just so full of love. I have to let it out. I'd like to teach the world to sing perfect harmony. I'd
Like to hold it in our arms and keep it company.
Hey, ladies, how about a Mai Tai?
Oh, where have you been?
You remember when Rose said there might be a waterfall in that rock formation? You were right. There is a waterfall, and it empties into a pool in the lobby of the Hyatt Regency.
We never left the island. We just got shipwrecked on the good side.
Our new hotel's a half a mile in this direction. Come on, we reserved your room.
Okay.
Rick, put out the fire.
Ladies, listen. As long as we're not going to die after all, I suggest everything we said tonight won't go any further than the three of us.
Well, back in the Scouts, we used to make it official by pricking our fingers with a penknife and taking a blood oath. What do you say, girls?
Shut up, Rose.
Gee, I'm glad everything's back to normal. I'd like to teach the world to sing
Perfect harmony.